Caster. Sender, things looking pretty similar so far once again.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised they really like Keeper this much versus I, I still like Tempest more. Maybe they want Keeper from potentially a Kaiser hero,
Yeah.
and they don't pick Warbeast early, and SG snaps it up, so maybe it will be a Suicide Keeper this game. We'll just have to wait and see though.
Who will? Who will? They go the Warbeasts themselves, obviously, but that tmsR is like, that's fine. We'll take Wretched Hag. We'll take Wretched Hag ourselves. So
I like their heroes. They have a really strong core. The Keeper is a great setup for Engineer and Wretched Hag.
yeah, it's the synergies there, and again, it's kind of like Wretched Hag basically swapped for Warbeast in this case. Not too bad of a swap right there. And also, this is more of a possibility of now being a Suicide Keeper. It's not as set as a Jungle Keeper if they went the Warbeast instead, like they did last game. Ravener actually coming up for Stake Green. So they're going to value the Ravener here. He was banned in the second tier of bans last time, but they want that middle hero instead. So Ravener going to be their choice. I mean, you like that?
Yeah, I definitely like that choice. I feel like they were kind of lacking. Like, not that Sudamon's played bad is not what I'm gonna say, but like, I feel like they're lacking kind of what makes Stay Green Stay Green. Like they kind of lack their initiator,
Mm-hmm.
and I like them picking Mystery here. Think it fits them a lot more than the Torture.
Yeah. Especially just Swindle playing the Torture in general. I mean, that's not really a hero we really ever see him play, to be honest.
Well,
So
he used to play it a long
he
time
did,
ago,
yes. Yeah.
but he played it well. It's just I don't think it fits his team.
Yeah,
That's all.
no, it's exactly. Not that he played it poorly, but just it seemed a little out of place in terms of as far as recent play goes for them. So Ravener a little more in place. Swindle's definitely had his strong opinions on that hero and how he feels is a very, very powerful one at that, and he's been playing it more and more lately as a result. So we'll see what it brings to the table this time around. Obviously, the next tier of bans now coming out so far. We got Bubbles into Rally, so not a whole lot happening just yet. Things slowing down here as far as moving on. There's the Torturer ban.
That's a support ban. I really like the Rally ban. tmsR could do a Jungle Keeper again, so
Yeah.
just banning a Suicide option. Plus, it's a strong mid lane composition with the Engineer, so kind of two birds with one stone there.
There's Fade taken out. They know tmsR still needs their possible middle hero. Excuse me, their middle hero themselves. So
I
yeah,
would like
Rally
to see an
Fade.
MOA ban though. That's kind of like Engineer MOA is kind of like tmsR's go-to mid lane,
Yeah, that's true.
and
Yeah, Slicks loves that.
yeah,
It is. Slicks has definitely proven that he can do that very, very well. You got Haxroom perhaps in the short lane with the Hag. You got that Suicide Keeper, maybe. So that would mean they would need a jungle, though. So, I mean, Parasite is actually still on the board.
um, I would say either ban Parasite or ban MOA.
Mm.
I would honestly, if I was Stay Green right now, I would ban MOA, bait them into Pebbles, because I don't think a Pebbles Engineer lane will do well versus a Ravner, say, Prophet with Warbeast Warcry.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be a really rough lane for the Pebbles unless the jungler, which is Parasite, makes a lot happen, but you can't really rely on that, so we'll just have to wait and see. But they go Pebbles anyways. They're really confident that the Parasite can win them the lane,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Warcry with Ravnor and like a good support. Yeah, you see, like this double stun lane is gonna do really well versus the Pebbles, especially with Warcry.
Oh, yeah. Warcry on top of that really just pushes it over the edge. So, yeah, maybe the Pebbles not as ideal as they're going for, but they are going to try to make it work here in the end.
I
That's
mean, you can never count out Pebbles
yeah,
Engineer though. If you get to like level 4, you always have the damage to just kill the support.
yeah.
But if Stay Green can kind of apply the pressure, they'll be in a good spot. Also, a thing to keep in mind is Ravnor is one of the best level 1 heroes in the game in a mid lane because I think his nuke is 90 mana or 85 mana. So you can harass really early on, and a lot of times your mid lane supports don't carry mana pots. So if they're trading spells, it's really good
Hmm.
for the not Pebbles lane because Pebbles lane is what's done without a mana pot.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll see again how that shapes up. Ooh.
Hmm,
So,
it's gonna be a tri lane.
yeah.
I could see them supporting the Hag and put like with Andromeda, but I actually would prefer to see the tri lane. I
They're
feel like
known for doing that, yeah. That's an aggressive trial, and I would take it, obviously. So, What would they be? So that would match them up against. Well, we don't know yet. Now State Green gets to pick. Well, how do we want to play this now? Because yeah, that was definitely a little bit of a curveball there, coming out from tmsR.
What are their options? Is there any like hero like they don't really want to suicide? They could suicide Warbeast versus the tri lane, but it's not really optimal. They're not gonna pick Lodestone because Lodestone just doesn't fit the current meta game. I don't. I'm not really sure where they're gonna go with
maybe?
it.
No.
No, they're not gonna go. Legion Hero is once Pebbles gets Portal Key, they're just gonna push towers probably
Yeah.
with the Keeper. Yeah, I'm not really sure what they should pick here.
This is a different spot that they're in right here. So it's it comes down to if they're expecting that aggressive trial lane now, will they send the Warbeast up there, or do they want to pick another hero for that case? So that's pretty much the question that's trying to be answered here. They only got 15 more seconds to do so.
They're probably gonna pick a really strong long lane suicide.
Okay, Dr. Repulsor, interesting.
I do like the Doctor pick, but if tmsR tri lane, long lane, there's not. I suppose Stay Green could match.
Yeah.
Or they could just throw Warbeast up there and have him go 1v3. But maybe it won't even be a tri lane. We'll just have to wait and see. But if this Doctor Repulsor can have a strong early game, it will be a pretty effective pick.
Yeah. This is going to be interesting to see where the lanes shape up. It is. I mean, obviously tmsR, you're expecting them to do more of that tri-lane setup. You said it wouldn't be out of the question if they maybe do some kind of a 2-2-1 still with the Wretched Hag being babysat, but you're expecting a tri-lane setup with them, and then also how to State Green respond to that with their own makeup here. So, going to be a fun game. Here we are against State Green. They're down 1-0. Not often they are, but
no pooled regen on Pebbles. This is going to be a really big hindrance. This kind of makes me feel like they are tri-laning, because if you're playing a dual lane mid, there's no way you never pull your Pebbles regen so you can get minor totems.
Yeah.
And they're going to do some spawn blocking. I think they're going to go through mid lane, and they might be able to. No, they're going up to. Where are they going? Alright. This is pretty lucky by them, or just a good choice by them. They're going to get in the jungle pretty easily.
Yeah, they're going to try to cut them off, and if anything, maybe, I'm sure, they're going to look to ward it up. Obviously, Engineer Moomiander, he has those, so the one rev on him, as well as the 2 warded sites here. They might run into each other here.
I want to say their level 1 is worse. Dr. Repulsor Q is really strong in level 1 fights.
Yeah.
Keeper's kind of a non-factor, where Tempest can do some stuff with the elementals when he takes over a tree dog.
Doesn't look. Oh, Engineer. Was he left behind? Maybe a ball lightning?
Where's Pyro? Pyro's close enough with the ball lightning hits.
It's going to be close. It's going to be close. Nice stalagmites right there. And I think that might have done it. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to chase him down now. So, oof. That was close for Moomiander. That was really close right there.
Let's see. So how are the lanes going to play out? It looks like the long lane, tri lane, Keeper mid, and a short lane Hag. How does State Green respond? They have Warbeast top, which is pretty expected. Warbeast will be able to pull it like between tier 1 and tier 2 mid, and it looks like Doctor mid versus Keeper, really good matchup for Dr. Repulsor, and then they're gonna have a 2v1 lane against Hag. So I think Stay Green pretty much lane perfectly.
Well, and you also look at what Tempest is doing right off the bat. He's like, "Yep, not gonna go in that jungle. I'm gonna go ahead and head to my own jungle, or excuse me, to the Legion jungle, that is." So. He's going to make his way down there. So you see the roaming Engineer Andromeda not going to be able to harass him heavily, but they could go for a Bloodlust kill middle lane. And Dr. Repulsor perhaps knows that. He is kind of going back and forth. Ooh, look at that, a very aggressive ward aside from Moomiander right there. But Doctor knows, though.
I'm just trying to think, can they even kill him if he gets caught?
I mean, yeah, well, that's true. It is a keeper, yeah. I didn't even register until you just said that, yeah. So he just not really the best follow-up unless he gets maybe kind of a little bit of creep block, but at level 1 that's not going to be the most effective. So,
though they are securing a pretty large advantage for Keizu, I mean, pretty much free farm,
Yeah, Chessie so far on Dr. Repulsor only has a 1 creep kill, and that's staying. I mean, Engineer's going to start boxing him out right here. So yeah, Chessie's getting that completely locked down. here early on. How's the top lane going in the meantime while they're missing? You got a 6-1 Pebble so far, 3-1 Warbeast. So obviously, again, very, very early on. But Pebble's still managing just fine by himself up there. And then, of course, there's the bottom matchup. So they sent the what basically turns out to be an aggressive pseudo-trial lane coming out from Stay Green here. So they got the aggressive jungler and a Ravener Pyromancer bottom. So here, I mean, tmsR. Okay, so now the lanes have kind of set up here. Do you keep this? I mean, do you kind of keep it an awkward 2-2-1? You keep Engineer babysitting Keeper your mid, or?
Yeah, I think so. I probably would have preferred Angela staying middle, but it shouldn't really matter. Like, why not? Like, they don't need 3 heroes to lane against the Warbeast. Maybe they could kill him with 3, but if with only 2 there, it means they can keep Doctor Repulsor down on the same node.
Yeah. Well, Tempest, obviously, Midas is off to a pretty good start again, going in the other jungle. None of the camps were blocked right here, so didn't have to worry about that. And he's having a pretty good time, to say the least. So, Wretched Hag, a lot of pressure at the bottom lane. Hacks are able to blink away, though, before certain death comes in. Actually, is the yellow camp blocked down in the late
No,
jungle?
Chess
Okay.
farmed it. Maybe they have block. I mean, I'm pretty sure it'll respawn.
Let's see, 2 seconds, and yes, it does. Okay. So, yeah, none of the camps being blocked.
That ward is just to spot tmsR's rotation if they were the, say, swap both support spot them.
Yeah. So you got Corrupted Disciple, or excuse me, wow, not Corrupted, Dr. Repulsor here. Again, his farm has stepped up a little bit, but just look at that compared to Keeper. Keeper really is having a fantastic time now. 23-10 here on Casey. He already has 1,200 gold saved up. Do you see him just going still more the normal Ring of Sorcery build, or?
Probably.
I
don't see why not. Like, why go a bottle when Ring of Sorcery technically provides the same thing?
Bottom lane, Bloodless Kill perhaps. Yep, Bloodless Kill going to be coming out. Wretched Hag got locked down. Ball Lightning, Dragonfire stun, Tempest stuns. I mean, everything coming out right there. And it seemed like Wretched Hag, nothing more that she could have done. I don't know if she had blinked already or not, but she obviously got completely tower dived. And Stay Green gets the Bloodlust Kill. So, beautiful start for them. And Ravener's farm, he's having not only free farm, but Bloodlust Kill to work off of now. That jumps him over 400 gold per minute, so that's feeling pretty good, I'm sure. As far as a start down there is concerned. You go back to Slicks up top, how is he doing? Well, he's at 27-6 now, so Warbeast only 5-1. Warbeast getting the level somewhat. He is level 4, but yeah, really no farm on him, as they have been setting the babysits up here now. As Andromeda's been spending some good time up here, even Engineer coming up a little bit. So, what do you make of the decision though by tmsR not to really harass Tempest? I mean, they knew he pretty much went to his own jungle or went to their jungle. They didn't really do much about it though.
I mean, like maybe
box him out, try to maybe harass him with the supports. I mean,
that is so expensive though. If, like, say if you miss and you don't find him or you don't kill him,
yeah,
like, you're probably not gonna kill him. Say Green's probably gonna notice, and that means you're giving up so much. You're relieving so much pressure from mid and top lane. Where I guess it is an option, but it's a risky one. Whereas right now they're going for the safe play. They're winning 2 lanes. Yeah, they're behind on resources and they'll probably go down a little bit lower. But really all they need to do is secure a farm on their pebbles and then take the game from there.
Bottom lane again. Ball Lightning connects on top of the Dragonfire stun, and Tempest even comes in to assist. Again, Wretched Hag just too much to handle down there at the bottom lane, it seems like, as far as that pressure is concerned.
This is one of the big negatives of a tri lane. You have 2 really just core heroes in your lineup, right? You have you have a Pebbles and you have a Hag, and you can argue that Hacks shouldn't be dying bottom, but with this kind of response from Stay Green, he's not going to get farmed anyways, and that's just one reason why teams sometimes don't like the tri lane. Like, this response happens and it doesn't really work out for them. But Pebbles still will have the free farm portal key. And it's just, a lot of this game is going to be on Slicks and probably Keizu to take the right fights to get Hacks farm.
Yeah. I mean, the charts kind of really give a self-explanation there of what really is going on, and kind of a showing, Keizu with this farm that he has. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they make of it. I mean, he's level 6 now. Again, that farm looking very, very impressive, but how much is that going to mean in the long run with a very farm creep of the forest? The middle lane, they are collapsing again, but Dr. Repulsor, Chesty just playing this so smart with his positioning. They don't even have vision really in their own jungle. He just knows. I mean, it's presence of mind right here. coming into play. He knows something's up. They're missing from the top lane, if anything. He has to play passive, and it is showing. So Warbeast actually going to run into the jungle right here. He's going to run into these supports. Maybe know his scouts with the wolves first. Limp being smart right there himself. And he's going to find them trying to set up the gank. So Dr. Repulsor is level 6 now, by the way. He is level 6, so possible kills to be coming of that. Tempest wants to ulti Wretched Hag, but just could not get in range. Hag is going to be fine. Top tower, though, is pushed in by Pebbles. He's just having a good time there at the top lane. Absolute free farm. So really just a lot of passive play coming out by both sides.
I just want to point out that Slicks should have taken the tower last hit. You have a strategy where he needs to get a portal key and then like kind of move around the map.
Yeah.
And in this kind of circumstance, he should be taking the last hit. It should, so he can get the portal key faster. But it shouldn't matter too much. He is only 900 gold off, or 800 gold off. But it's just a small thing to point out.
Yeah. He is making his way towards the middle lane as well. But they get the tower kill before he even gets there, so yeah, not even necessary. And they actually might just keep going. Too much sugar, feeling good here. You think this is the right decision?
Yeah, you know, State Green can't really team play right now, I think. Warbeast is in 6. Tempest has to regen, so this should be another tower kill, I want to say.
Yeah.
But Slicks is rather low on mana. I think he might have enough for a combo on Inks. And a Ring Sorcerer is coming up too.
And you see Dr. Repulsor, you know, he's full on life and mana, so he's feeling pretty good. Invisible Pyromancer coming in with the flank. But they are going to fall back before the tower drops low enough. Pyromancer's going to kind of just scout them out. He's obviously not going to be opening by any means, but just getting some information for his team, where they're going, and that'll be accomplished. So the tower stays out of deny range, but it does force tmsR to fall back in the end. Pebbles back to farming, now in the jungle right here. Again, he is very, very close to that portal key. A couple more creep waves, he should have it. And that's going to be very, very important to see what he can start making of that. You look at Keeper's build, by the way, he went the typical items. And with the Astrolabe, Bring a Sorcery, the boots here, it's just even a lot faster than we're used to seeing it as a result of that middle lane.
They want to take team fights. See, this is definitely an Astrolabe game.
Yeah.
They can't really let this game drag out. You have so much like mid to late game on Stay Green. You have Doctor, Warbeast, and Ravnor on top of a Tempest, so they need to get their Hag snowballing, and the only way that's going to happen is through team fights.
Yeah. And your Wretched Hag just continues to not do the best, unfortunately, because of the circumstances. 170 GPM, kind of like Limp last game on Hag. Hagstron's kind of feeling that pressure as well, so.
I wouldn't say it's like last game at all.
Yeah? It's less impactful, or?
No, sorry, I need to take a drink, but Limp had a fairly good start last game. It really just came down to positioning / not being ready for the Pestilence portal key.
True.
Or / being caught out. Where Hax is, yeah, you can argue he shouldn't have died. Okay, good. He shouldn't have died, but he's in this 1v2 lane that can kill him if he gets caught. And if he's like not fighting for experience, then that means he's gonna be like stuck at level 3. And he's kind of in a situation where he can't really do much. And it's arguable that he should die to get experience because he needs to get levels up.
Yeah.
So.
Pebbles is getting the portal key delivered right here, so he has that now. They're clearly setting up mid. They want to jump this Doctor maybe. He just picked up a glowstone though, so he is a little tankier. Doesn't have Mystic Vestments or anything like that. The Pebbles is no, but he actually shows it right there. They just wanted to get the tower kill, and that they do. So yeah, guarantee the tower kill is what they say. But look at Sigrid bottom.
Mana, he needs to bring a sorcery, which is on cooldown for 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And probably just control topper and refreshment.
Bottom lane's just being heavily pushed in by State Green, though. They know that they really can't fight just yet themselves. So, but they're counter pushing pretty damn effectively. I mean, that's 2 towers now down for them, and the gold is pretty much identical. So this heavy push earlier on from State Green from tmsR isn't necessarily really taking off by any means.
Well, they've traded towers. The only reason State Green has an advantage is because they have a Tempest over a support hero, and I think State Green could. I'm not sure. They have 2 level 4 supports on tmsR, but they have a big gold advantage on 2 heroes in the Astrolabe and the Portal Key. So I'm not really sure if State Green should take fights, but I want to say they could if they wanted to. But I guess the safer thing is just to farm.
The Legion have destroyed a
I mean, holy crap. Keeper has 535 gold per minute. Is this at a point where you could almost say, does Keeper go for like a battle build? I mean, Bulwark, Brutalizer, things like that? I don't know.
I almost want to say yes because I don't think Haxton is going to be doing the carry option anytime soon, just because Stay Green's not really taking the fights, and
Mhm.
sure he can farm his way back into the game, but I don't think that's going to pan out for him.
Yeah.
I could see argument for the battle build. I'm not going to say it's the right thing, but I could see it.
Bottom lane. Oh, Haxorin. Haxorin's going to be locked down again. The Tempest ultimate even used right there. So it was a big ability used to just kill an under-farmed Wretched Hag. So
But
it still
the thing
kill.
is, you kill Hag, you keep killing him, it doesn't matter. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And he's the only late game potential in this game. If they keep him down, there's no way tmsR can win.
Yeah. So tmsR is, they are kind of in that odd spot, because again, the experience especially, you go back to the jungle factor, though that's definitely playing a huge role here. 6,000 experience lead for Stay Green now. Insanitarius just finished by Swiddlemounts actually on Ravener. He's showing that he's liked that build recently, and actually runs into Pebbles right here. Not going to be enough, though. He just quickly does some tapping with the ball lightning, and then eventually falls back. And then Dr. Repulsor, though. Doctor's actually getting close to finishing that Icon of the Goddess now, which is just around the corner. So, despite his start, he is still on red boots, so it's not like the most impressive, but still,
It's pretty good.
it's pretty solid.
I like the Icon Rush because once you get the Icon, then you can kind of just do his job in a team fight. He has a big mana pool. With one hero kill, there's two really squishy supports on Legion, right? So all he has to do is kill one support hero, and then he gets 300 mana back.
Yeah. Pebbles, 1,400 gold saved up on him. I mean, so tmsR, they got to know that this is not a game they can draw out necessarily. Not saying that they just need to push on the base now by any means, but
Well, I guess the reason they can't draw it out is basically because Haxton is having such a hard time.
yeah.
So they need to either get him go through team fights, or they need to get him total free farm in this bottom lane through protecting him. And they just need to do one of those things. And staking still has the late game advantage, but you know, if they can get your Hag snowballing and kind of get him back like 400 gold, 500 gold mark, then they should be fine.
So Ghost Marcher's on KZ here playing the Keep of the Forest. He's going to the side shop. Is he going to go Portal Key? Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He's going to go the Portal Key here.
Hmm.
So more team fight presence initiation. Actually, Ravener catches Andromeda right here. Keep of the Forest comes in. He thought about using the room, but he's like, yeah, it's probably not going to be worth it. Andromeda, she is going to be fine, though. So, yeah, very good save right there with the Nature's Veil. And does keep him alive. So, yeah, good thing he didn't use the root. That would have been a wasted cooldown in the end. But, yeah, going the Portal Key build here.
Ooh, Pebbles coming top. This could be a kill into Swindlemelons.
They're going to try for a maybe, but Tempest is nearby. Need to be careful about that. They are trying to get who they want to go. They want to go Tempest as they see him. Root is going to be used at the last second. It will be a dead Tempest. Ravener's just going to run away. Not much more he could have done right there. So, Root used, but it gets the kill on a Tempest. So, accomplishes that.
Yeah, it's worth it. This game is going to be won by farming and resource control. Stay Green's not really taking the fights; they're just split pushing.
Yeah.
So tmsR, they have to farm the map. They have to get hero kills. That's how they're gonna have to win this game, by resource control. They can't really win the game through fighting. It seems, not yet at least.
There's the icon finished on Chessie. Goes back to base right there. Again, still on the red boots, but he does have that icon of the goddess now. Haxorin's at 250 GPM now. So again, slowly but surely recovering. As does he still need to go? Is he forced to really still just go that Lightbrand Grimoire here? Would you argue something else at this point?
No, you have to. It's kind of what enables the hero to do damage. It also makes him kind of a right-click monster, also. So it's kind of necessary.
Yeah. So we'll see where Haxorin goes in the end. His choice. 2,500 gold on Pebbles, by the way. Shrunken Head. Soul's Bulwark on him, I guess you could have said, but doesn't look like it here.
Not sure. I guess you kind of need a Bulwark on the teams to go that. He also needs Vestments, though. You're against a Ravenor, Doctor, a Pyro.
Yeah, there are
You
reasons
just need
for
to
that.
spend his gold. Like,
Yeah, that too, especially in the game like this. But top lane, this is going to be pushed by Stay Green. You see one TP coming in bottom, though. They want to look to defend the bottom as well. Ravener's here. But then Insanitarius activated, so top tower easily killed. They're going to keep pushing. They got the War Beast battle cry up.
it seems to me they're okay with taking fights now. They have an icon on Chessie. They just wanted something to enable the Doctor to be able to have a good enough mana pool in the fights.
Yeah. They do fall back, though, before Pebbles finds an opportunity. So, again, still sitting on all that gold. Slick's not buying anything with it just yet. But maybe he doesn't want to show his hand either as far as what he's going for some reason. But he is going to clear out that top lane as, of course, they ended up falling back and back into their own jungle. So Stay Green, the pace of this game right now, I think it's safe to say. It's, oh, actually another
That's
courier.
the second courier kill.
Yep. That second one is killed by Casey right there.
That's really unfortunate. I'm not sure. I mean, it's just good play by Kazu. There's really nothing else to say.
Yeah, that's just keeper play. I mean, he's so used to doing that too with the Warbeast. He plays a scout from time to time, so yeah, he knows to look for those couriers. He's definitely good at doing it. So, oh, look at that. Haxring going to be going an icon here most likely.
Yeah, you know, I was gonna say that could be an option, but the only thing, like, it's a good item, and I really like it on Hag a lot. It's just, it's not gonna pay off if they can't find the team fights.
Yeah.
But it looks like Stay Green wants to fight, so you know, it looks like it will probably pay off if he can get to it.
It's not going to happen just yet, obviously. Will they look to jump, though? Tower invulnerability goes up. Pebbles off to the side. He's looking. He is going to go in right here. Give it the 4 toes, and at least Tempest going to be the focus fire. Bat blast hits. Down goes Tempest. Ravener being bursted, but he turns on a Pebbles. Pebbles going to fall there. Blazing Strike was used. The energy field, pretty good placement as well. Dr. Poster is completely locked down. The energy field doing a lot of work right there. He is going to be able to jet away with that ludicrous speed. In the meantime, Engineer's kiting, but tmsR looking pretty good right here. They're chasing. Warbeast out of ulti form now. He's being chased down. They pick up Pyromancer. Warbeast trying to get the hell out of here. He has a TP. He's going to go for it, but it's not going to work. Slicks did buy back there, by the way, but it's a huge 1-5 for Too Much Sugar when it's all said and done.
I really have to criticize Team Stay Green's decision making here.
Yeah.
I really don't like them pushing versus the Pebbles flank. Like, I'm okay with them defending towers, right? But like, why do you push when the only hero that matters on tmsR has such a bad start? You're kind of like just giving them free gold if you lose the team fight, and there's no way they lose this game if they just play defensive and don't get picked off. But like, they didn't have their Astrolabe on Tempest yet, or Vestments. Like, it was still in the, like, hit an Astrolabe in the bank. Like, I just don't understand that push.
Yeah, not the best there from Stay Green, really trying to force it, and tmsR's like, thank you very much. I will say, too, the energy field did big work. Moonmeter really has actually had some good energy fields both games here. Dr. Repulsor was just, he found himself in a lot of trouble between the root and the energy field. He was kind of caught on the end of it, so he eventually got away. He was the only one to ultimately survive there. But again, definitely causing some issues. Bottom lane, they want to try to push this tower. Pebbles is invis right here. They're going to jump. There is support nearby, though. Stay Green is ready for this. This is going to, oh, nice job by Slicks. Yep, he was timing it right there. He uses the chuck. And he gets the tower kill. Well played by Slicks.
Slicks has 4K gold. He's just going to right-click the shrunken head. And he does.
Go figure. Go figure. Mighty Blade? Who needs Mighty Blade? Yeah, I never really get that. But hey, it's at a point. I stress that, so that's like one of my big pet peeves. I mean, everyone knows it by now. But it's like, you know what? Whatever. Sorry, how can I criticize that at this point? So, Keeper also 2,600 gold. Again, it's a case of where I guess Resto's. He just seems like he is going the natural build here. Resto Stone next, I would think now.
Hax almost has the icon. Yeah, it is the Resto build. Like when you go Portal, or is he?
What did he? Yeah.
I guess he's gonna go Lightbrand first.
Okay, so he wanted glow stuff for the stats initially, maybe because of how that fight went.
I find that weird.
Yeah.
Like, Lightbrand is like, oh, okay, let's just not team fight and farm, but I feel like they should fight, but maybe they don't think they'll be able to find any more fights. Maybe they think Stay Green will just play defensively. But, I don't know, I feel like if you're going to go for the icon, might as well just finish it, right?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's... I can understand the logic. I think it is a case of because they won that fight as well as they did, now he's like, okay, maybe there is a farming chance, but yeah, I think you're right that you're kind of just really pushing the issue yourselves now. Swinnemel's in the meantime, he gets caught. He has a sanitary stop. He's a little bit tank here, but it's not going to be enough. The team support can't get there in time. Haxring gets credit for the kill, actually, so that's a big pickoff. He does have buyback. We'll see if that comes into play here, but he's going to be dead for another 40 seconds.
There's a Lightbrand.
Yep.
He just jumped like 150 gold per minute. I think 100 gold per minute in like, what, 4 minutes?
Yeah.
It's pretty big.
Without a Lightbrand in the first place, yeah.
And it's just because of kills. I think he got 2 kills in the last couple minutes plus assists. So
this is interesting. They're doing Conqueror now. Swinnemel's not buying back. Yeah, I mean, Stay Green's very aware. They're using the courier to scout and everything. They know what's going on, but
they do it really slowly.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to actually go for it. I mean, he's up in 8 seconds. If he TPs into the bottom lane right away, Tempest is nearby. He doesn't have a portal key, though.
They start the fight.
That's going to be a kill. Warbeast, Hellhound, Hellhound! Oh, no. No, nice kick stun. Oh, he tried to destroy it. Now Tempest actually in trouble. Rover catches them. In comes the Keeper ultimate. He's going to use the ultimate himself with the Tempest. Raptor going swap, though, from Andromeda. Down goes the Wretched. Actually had the token of life, though. There's the response on the Tempest. Raptor now in a little bit of trouble. He has electrical feedback up. Andromeda dropping. Here comes Dr. Pulsar. Beautiful Bat Blast once again, though. Hits a couple of heroes. As Raptor is still somehow alive. He gets the kill to Hack. He gets the kill to Pebbles. And Keeper is cleaned up. A genocide for Stay Green. Holy crap. How did that happen?
You use a Keeper that early, right? It's your only crowd, like your huge team fight crowd control. It's what sets up the Bat Blast, sets up Inchi Field. They're not really getting the big AoE presence they need because they use the Keeper route so early, and then they don't instantly kill the Tempest before he does anything.
Yeah.
And that's honestly just what it comes down to. That's it.
Yeah, obviously my nuts, but Tempest, a huge Tempest ultimate, no doubt. The swap from Andromeda, we gave him a lot of praise against the Lions for having some big swaps in that game, especially that game number 3. That one was a little bit later. I don't know if he was CC'd or whatnot, but that one took a couple seconds.
The thing is, his team is jumping. They're blinking, right? There's no feasible way he can get there in time. I would argue he shouldn't even use the swap there because your Keeper already used everything. Your Hag has a token. I honestly, I could even see reasoning for just holding the swap, but you know, like Tempest is ulting, I'm gonna swap, and you know, it's just kind of what you do.
He does have a portal key now, by the way.
He probably just bought it.
Yeah, I think he did.
Or it was in his stash after they killed Kongor, which makes sense at least.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a level 1 swap. There's a huge difference between level 1 and 2.
The range, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is quite a bit, as well as a slight cooldown reduction. So, but yeah, he does have the portal key now, so he's going to really be able to sit back there. But that, you know, the great thing about having an Andromeda on top of the Keeper, it's like, usually you talk about so much about the Keeper being the one to stop Tempest, so he's kind of waiting in the background himself. But with Andromeda now, with that portal key especially, I think you could, if you're Keeper here, you look for those root opportunities and you bait out a Tempest.
Oh yeah,
almost.
The thing is, Legion cannot team fight without hitting the wombo combo. Like the Keeper into Bat Blast. It's a necessity. So it's really good now that Andro can be the canceler.
Yeah. But that's got to be a momentum booster, if anything, for Stay Green. I mean, that was looking close. If that win as one-sided as it could have gone for tmsR after the Conger kill and everything, that would have really started to set Stay Green a little bit behind.
He has so much gold now. He almost has 4K gold. Probably the Shrunken Head. He could go for, say, like a Health Power, but safe play would just be going the Shrunken Head.
No, yeah. He would have had an Arcana by now, I think. He was going with Hellfire. That's so good. That's a huge reason why you like Hellfire in the first place. The build-up is so nice, so... the top lane, they do catch Tempest and Pyromancer. Shrunken goes over there. Tempest does not have an ultimate. He's going to be a sacrificial lamb, if anything. The root comes out. They do catch Pyromancer as well. Will they be able to chase him now? No, they won't. But Tempest does fall in the process, so they do take him out. They save the tower, and they got the bottom tower on top of that. So too much sugar. Actually, a pretty good sequence of events right there. Ravener finding a Andromeda by himself at the Ancients, attempting to stack right here. But I think Swinamons, if anything, is just going to block the stack attempt. Oh, he's going to open, actually. Yeah, easy kill for him. Nope, portal key's away. I didn't want to risk it. Felt the damage. Wasn't enough.
All right.
Decides to fall back.
I thought he had the damage for that. I guess he just didn't.
Yeah. And he still got the stack off, too, so.
Legion, they need to get vestments in all their heroes, though. Hag, no vestments. Pebbles, no vestments. It doesn't matter that you have a Shrunken Head. You can't, if Ravenor is allowed to hit him, he's still going to take a lot of damage.
Yeah. There's the Grimoire. Holy crap. I mean, it's so hard to say. Like, if he went for the icon, how much... But now it's like he has the Grimoire now. It's 25.5 minutes. He has a Glowstone on top of that still. I don't know. Should he actually go the icon still, knowing that he has the Glowstone, or maybe?
Well, yeah, I'd say so. Icon is still a really good item on the hero, and I guess he could pass it up and just go like a say Shrunken Head Rush, but yeah, I don't know. It's not like
it's a wasted item, and it's still good stats.
I see arguments for both, really. If you want to go Shrunken Head, then it means kind of like you're safe against Doctor or Pulsar, but you don't really need a Shrunken Head, like, as long as the Doctor isn't like CCing him. So, and I don't know. I honestly, I think both are fine, really.
Ooh, they tried to catch Ravener mid, but Slick's just out of range. He does have a Soul's Bulwark now, but holy crap, Resto Stone finished on This is 26.5 minutes in, and he has full items, basically, like that a keeper would be happy to have at 40 minutes even. So
it's kind of, I just want to say, though, like, Kez has been farming well, and the team's been doing good, but it's kind of expected with the link, how the game started.
What was I gonna say? Oh no, it was Warbeast actually. I'm just realizing this, but Warbeast actually went the full Shrunken over an Abyssal Skull. What are your thoughts on that?
He needed the Shrunken Head to not die in the team fights.
Yeah.
Obviously this Abyssal Skull is a good farming mechanic, but he had a really bad start. Like he wasn't farming well. He did usually a suicide Warbeast, so at least has the Ancients to work with, and he wasn't even farming the jungle that much too. So I think it was a good decision.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there are people that, okay, he buys a Mighty Blade, so again, it's another case that it could be a Staff of the Master with these items you on Hag, but you'd find it hard to believe that that's going to be the case, yeah.
No, it's going to be the Shrunken Head for sure.
Yeah.
And I guess it's the safer play, like if the game gets drawn out and, like, say Doctor gets another a CC item, but fight for the right now. I mean, also, Icon at this point, it doesn't have any charges, so I don't know. I think both are fine. Shrunken Head's a little bit safer though.
Yeah, yeah. I think, like I said, I think it's safe to say it was just an adjustment of anything in this build, and again, a glow set's not like a wasted item just sitting in there.
Oh no, it's one of the most cost-effective items for what it provides in the game.
Yeah, it still does quite a bit for him, and if anything too, he could just change it into eventual Frost of Skull even, if he wants to be. You know, more that right-click threat in that sense.
That would be really late into the game, though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Top lane, you see Dr. Repulso is pressuring a little bit, but he is now falling back as Pebbles joins the party. Pebbles has a double damage rune actually, so yeah, Dr. Repulso doesn't want to run into that right there. So he is going to pour it out before he gets caught. Map control continuing to be in favor of Too Much Sugar. Conquerors should be up. Probably actually still at least a couple more minutes. In fact, I think it just happened on the stream, so it'd be at least 2 or 3 minutes here.
Doctor's gonna go for the Sheath, which is
okay.
I kind of prefer the Hellflower just a little bit more. Gives you a little bit more damage. It's a little bit easier to get more percent mana gain, especially early on when you have one Arcana to, like, say, an Ultimate Orb. But Sheep is still, you know, it's like I think Hellflower is just a little bit better, but Sheep is still a good choice.
tmsR again, going to knock on the door a little bit right here, see what kind of reaction they get out of Stay Green. Going to put some damage on the tower now. Pebbles in the front lines.
Poised really well.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Ravener jumps in. Actually, Reginag in the turn. Big swap for Andromeda to start things off. Dr. Pulsar now being locked down. And Rue coming in the background. Dr. Pulsar already shrunk, and he's going to be locked down. And down goes Andromeda. Dr. Pulsar able to fly away at the last second. But Bat Blast coming out. Warbeast will fall. And now Tempest in some trouble. He's being pelted, and he has his ultimate, but he doesn't want to use it right there. So a 1-for-1 exchange, but definitely in favor of Too Much Sugar. And now they're going to fall back.
You can't really say that, though. Okay, use 2 Keeper Roots for 0 Tempest ult.
Oh, he did use 2. Okay.
So, I would actually say Stay Green got the much better end of that.
Yeah.
I don't really care that you lost your support for your level 14 Warbeast. This means they can't take a team fight for 140 seconds. On TMSR.
1 root is good. I mean, you don't need both.
You need 2. You need 2 here.
There's no Shrunken Head yet on Tempest. I mean, he's not even going for it.
Okay, Breaky, the thing is you have 2 supports on Legion, so this is kind of like, and you're running Keeper of the Forest.
Yeah.
You're missing a lot of follow-up damage, and when your supports is an Andro, you're missing a lot of follow-up damage for your Keeper root.
Yeah.
You need both roots.
Yeah, and I guess actually more to that point, you got Doctor and Warbeast that they have Shrunken Heads to get out of it. Although there he used it initially on Doctor at least, but yeah, so you want to have 2 roots for that reason if anything too. So yeah, it does make sense actually, but. So yeah, I can see where you're coming from there. And to Stay Green, and it seems like they're pretty aware of that too. In fact, they're trying to get some kills here.
I mean, look how far they are from the map. They're getting map control. Z-Freaks and the other jungle warding. Like it's a big that does a lot for them.
Yeah,
it gives them a lot of space to do what they want.
What do you think of Tempest choice, by the way? He's just passing up Shrunken Head at least for now. He might not even go it. He's going Barrier Idol first.
Barrier Idol is good. You know, you're against Hag Bat Blast. It's just really late because he's been dying a lot in the team fights.
Yeah.
And say if he was the one surviving the team fights, you'd be like, oh my, he's a Barrier Idol like 25 minutes, and it's a great farm. But I still want to say after he finishes his items, just still go Shark Head to force Andro swap. If you force Andro swap, I guess Andro swap is gonna be used on it anyways, but I just might as well. Oh, a little bit of action.
Power gets caught. Energy field. Comet's done. Will they follow this up? Yes, they will. Swap in from Andromeda. Pebbles already jumped in, though. That was a little bit of miscommunication right there. And actually, this could bite them in the ass. We do have Dr. Pulsar coming in. Tempest in the background. He's looking for an ultimate. He's going to be locked down by the Comet's down. And the auto attacks are just too damn much. Wretched Hag is going to fall in the background. Shrugger not going to be wearing off of Dr. Pulsar. There's the first root coming on Keeper. He doesn't have a second one just yet. Doesn't matter. Ravner will fall. But Warbeast is going nom 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 right here on to Pebbles, trying to finish him off. Dr. Pulsar continuing to be locked down. But Pebbles should be dead right here. I don't see him getting away yet. Ludicrous Speed comes in. And down goes Pebbles. So both sides losing some heroes back and forth there. No buybacks used. What do you think of that one now?
I mean, whenever the Hag dies, like in your Hellborn core survive, you always gotta see that's a win.
He didn't even get the shrunken head off. I think it got delivered like at the last second too. By the way,
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, they're gonna try Kongor, but
just something to note, like Stacks, Icon of the Goddess is such a huge item for Dr. Pulsar. 2 heroes died in that fight. That means he gets roughly at least 300 mana from one charge of activation, another like 300 mana or so from another activation. So it's just a really big item on the hero. And right now with 18 charges, he's sitting on 200% mana regen, and obviously the big like HP pool and mana pool. So just a really effective item on the hero.
It is. I mean, you just see how fast that's going up, and that's without the buff that he gets from a hero dying in a fight. So. Especially when one dies in a fight, then it really starts to increase and allows him to keep moving around, which is obviously what makes the hero great in general. So the tablet of command now a tank effect, by the way. This is a farmed Andromeda, man. Portal Key tablet, Steam Boots, Mystic Vestments.
He's also not buying wards. Like, okay,
yeah.
If you're a support player and you're not dying, and he has 2 deaths, like that's not that much, right?
Yeah.
And you're not buying consumables, like it's expected. Like,
oh, this is big middle center. Hold that thought. Pebbles in the meantime going to be jump right here. Wretched, she just blinked. She is going to be fine though. She's holding her ground, and nothing's going to really happen other than a couple of shrunken heads being popped. In fact, Pebbles wants something, but he goes in really to nothing to happen. Wretched Hag also played. They're going. What is going on right here? Big energy field. He hits a couple actually. Andromeda follows. Tempest dropping quickly, and Tempest will fall. Warby's looking for some kills, but he needs to get back. He's taking a lot of auto attack damage. Will he get away? No, he will not. Wretched Hag chases him down, gets a kill. Down goes Ravner. What just happened? Too much sugar. They kept on really trying to force the issue. It almost backfired, but long story short, they won, and now this is going to be a free Kongor kill.
Yeah, Stay Green got really greedy. They got survived by a Portal Key Engineer, and what was that, like a 4K swing plus a Kongor kill?
Yeah.
This is gonna be a token. This is huge for a tmsR.
Hey, that's your classic case. We find ourselves many more times than not. tmsR in that case right there, might have been overextending because again, Hag blinked in and fell back. Pebbles went for the initiation. He fell back. And then all of a sudden, Engineer comes out of nowhere with the Portal Key. Like I said, it's kind of a surprise. And, they forced the follow-up, and they made it work. Ravner coming back in, though, and dropping the target. The Tempest Ultimate going to be canceled. No, that was no Tempest Ultimate. The root comes out. There's the first one. The second one happening. Ravner is going to eventually fall right here, it looks like. Tempest does pour it in. He has an Ultimate, but he gets locked down by Pebbles in the process, and now he's on the return right there. Power Mans are off to the side. Not much he's going to do. The auto attack damage is too much right there to handle. Tempest has an Ultimate, still hasn't used it yet. Pebbles gets a combo off. He's trying to survive, damn it. It's not going to happen, though. They pull him in by Dr. Repulsor, and he goes down. So the rest of tmsR is going to start falling back. No buybacks used once again, though, by Stay Green. That was without any buybacks. I think pretty good in the end. And still no Tempest Ultimate, though, either.
Yeah, it's just, he's just dying. He's just dying in team fights. He kind of went this, he doesn't have investments. Like, honestly, he has a power supply over, oh, no, wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm stupid. I'm really stupid. He has the Shaman's Headdress. Scratch that. But you're going for Shaman's Headdress. He doesn't have the Barrier Idol yet. I guess he's skipping it because he feels like he needs a Shark Head to survive. He needs to get his ultimate off just for like a second or two. He hasn't gotten his ultimate off the entire game, it feels like.
Yeah. I mean, he had the big one at the Ancients, which was huge for Stay Green. But yeah, other than that, it does feel like he's really not gotten many, if any, off outside of that. So, ooh, how about that pickup? Frostfield play coming out by Keeper of the Forest.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's really they're lacking damage, right? They don't need sheep. They need damage, and with the Resto Stone, that's gonna be 2 activations he gets of that. So that's like what, 200 damage in an AOE? The 400 damage.
Yeah. Frostfield play, and then you know what I've always liked to stress too, especially when the change first happened. I'm a big advocate of it, man. I mean, heroes like Warbeast in this case.
I liked it before, but I think it just pushed it over the edge as a really strong item.
Yeah. Try to get the competitive scene, especially be like nudge them in that direction and say, hey, this item decent. Might want to think about picking it up.
Really gonna push it out the Resto Stone on Keeper? You have to keep in mind what this Resto Stone does. Another route. Okay, they're probably not going to.
Yeah.
But
Warbeast actually using his ulti form right here. He's charging in. I don't know about this. If they can catch him, that would be big. But yeah, he's gonna fall back before any jump happens onto him. So Pyromancer also falling back, and it looks like that will be the end of whatever that was between the two teams. But the Golden Experience League continuing to be slightly in favor now.
Sheep on Doctor, it's gonna be really big. Allow him to do a lot more mana regen in the team fight. It's adding a whole 200%.
Yeah, 22 charges too. Jeez.
And a CC tool. So he's at what, 440% mana regen right now. So that's pretty good for him. It allows him to move around a lot in the team fights.
Yeah. Wretched Hag, that token of life, remember, 345 remaining on it now, so too much sugar. Seems like they are going to find a window right here and say, we want to push. They got it demonic, finished in full now on Pebbles. Wretched Hag, she's sitting on 3,900 gold. I don't know about that.
There's really nothing for her to buy. She doesn't want to go Icon now that she has a shrunken head, and she's not, like, she still needs gold for Sheepstick, and they really want to force the fight, so, like, honestly, like, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
If they want to fight right now, at least.
Oh, Ravener actually kind of an awkward initiation. He does use a shrunken head. Actually, Pebbles will follow with a shrunken head too. So both sides kind of a little bit of back and forth with that. With Dr. Pulsar going in, Sheepstick right after it wears off. But of course, being Pebbles, he comes out of that pretty quickly. Melee Rax, it's falling. It's going to fall. And tmsR, they'll probably just fall back. Yep. They get the easy job done. Stake Range just did not feel comfortable right there. Tempest still doesn't have a shrunken, but even when he gets the shrunken, I mean, they still have many ways to stop it. Actually, he finishes the barrier idol now, so I don't know what's going on here.
I think he just wanted the tank to get more HP.
Yeah.
Which I think it's fine. The thing is, if he gets just like a 1 second ultimate, like that's fine. Then he's doing his job. He's getting his spells off, and 1 second ultimate still is a game breaker.
Yeah, he's forcing them to use their abilities, if anything, in response. So
like he's just dying without doing anything. And that just can't happen.
Yeah.
And it probably won't anymore. You have to keep in mind with the barrier idol activation, it's another 400 effective HP.
Yeah.
Mighty Blade's like another, what, 200 or 300, so... Yeah.
It is quite a bit. 5,300 on Hag. So you talked about that ideal, maybe just right-clicking a Sheepstick. He actually sold the Glowstone, so yeah, that's making for... There you go. He right-clicks the Sheepstick. So he has that now. Token of Life, just about 2 minutes. It looks like top lane is going to be their lane of choice here. They're going to start grouping up at the top and pushing it out. The gold situation, not really a whole lot pulled up on the Legion side, so good timing here. Hellborn side, you got Dr. Pulse, another 1,400. Ravener, he's been sitting on his items. The Portal Key, the Shrunken, the Insanitarius. See where maybe he goes next. Demonic, I'm sure in the works for Limp, but he's still a little bit off of that.
If Doctor can farm a buyback for the next fight, I think they'll be in a pretty good spot to take it.
Yeah.
Sure, they're behind Golden Experience, but there's still 2 supports on Legion that don't really do that much damage in the fights. Because they have a lot of shrunken heads on Hellborn. Engineer's not really doing much. Andrew's kind of there just for a swap in his minus armor. So, you know, I could see Stay Green taking these fights, especially if Doctor is a buyback.
Oh, Pebbles finds a jump. Ravener by himself. They did not have the supporting cast all the way nearby for Stay Green. Ravener is going to fall. You have 2 players who are at the bottom lane. One already ported out. Warbeast and Pyromancer, they are going to be fine, it looks like. But Ravener's now dead. Does he have a buyback? He does have a buyback. So
I mean, you just look at the tokens, right? And then,
yeah, no, I had to switch the tab real quick.
Right. What did they didn't use anything big, right, on tmsR?
No, I don't think so. Energy field, but
Energy field's not that big anymore now that they have a lot of shrunken heads up. It is still something.
Yeah. It's a shorter cooldown, though, so 50 more seconds. That'll be up. Here we go, though. Knocking on the door, at least get a buyback, maybe. I'm sure they're watching that. At least one of the players. There we go. There's the buyback.
Oh, really? I thought Doctor would just push, but maybe they just wanted to keep defending. Or, I thought Doctor would force a fight.
Yeah, they do port back right there. That was whoever I think Warbeast was bottom. He ports back, though. Sheepstick just used by Hag, so that's going to be on cooldown now for 20 seconds right here. They're just, again, they're just DPS in the tower, red check in the front lines, token of life at 10 seconds. This is that awkward situation. You don't want to lose it right before, or right after, I should say. Oh, God. It's going to, yeah, you need to get back. That would have been really bad. So tmsR is like, yeah, well, we're just getting as much damage as possible with that token. Stay Green is forced to defend, and they used to buy back.
If overcommitted to that, like that could have been really good for them.
Yeah.
They didn't know it was wearing out, but say Doctor goes there, I'm pretty sure he would have died without having token though.
Yeah. So it works out actually pretty well for tmsR in the end. Again, no towers really falling, but they get a good amount of damage on it, and they forced a buyback on top of just them falling back. I mean, Warbeast was pushing bottom throughout the beginning of that, but he ported back pretty early, so not a whole lot of counter damage coming out. Speaking of Warbeast, again, Limp's farm really hasn't been the shiniest either. 326 gold per minute for Warbeast here. And we're now 42 minutes in, so that's actually a little bit behind than what you would like to see a lot of the time on your Warbeast.
And I wonder if he's gonna finish the demonic or just go. I feel like he should go for a Geobane. He's doing a double keeper root. He needs to kind of pre-pop his shrunken head, and I think he really needs a Geobane in these team fights.
Yeah. Geometer's Bane, so you think, well, I mean, again, it's you figure what the items that he has, probably a demonic, but yeah, I can see the reasoning for Geometer's Bane. That root, especially the double root, a lot of issues with that. A lot more gold being pulled out. Are we going to see post haste? Yeah, Slicks. He splits up the boots. Post haste now on him.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess there's really what else could he buy? I guess it's a good item for split pushing and finding hero kills. I just don't think it will come into play.
Ravener actually shrunken headed right there. Wretched Ag was looking to maybe jump him, scared him a little bit, and he used a shrunken, so he's down to 7 seconds now on that shrunken head of his. You got 23 more hundred on Hag now. Where does she go from here? More right-click threat now, or?
Options are Refresher. You could also go Savage Mace. I guess we won't find out though for a while.
Yeah.
I guess if he dies with enough gold, he could buy back and buy post haste, but that'd require a lot of gold.
Pebbles pushed up a little bit right there, but falling back. Conqueror's got to be up very shortly, so if anything, tmsR just kind of, again, keeping them distracted a little bit right before he resurrects. But they're not overcommitting by any means, at least just yet. 2,200 gold on Tempest. He's saving for buyback, as his Doctor, as his Warbeast at this point. Of course, with them being pushed in. So will they jump? Ravener maybe. Ravener is going to go on a Wretched Ag. We'll look at the burst. The swap, though, from Andromeda right away. Here comes the root. The Tempest only gets one, though. The second root comes out. And now here comes the response for our tmsR, pounding on a Dr. Pulsar. The energy field's locking him down right there. Sure going to knock him out. He goes down. Ravener's going to be picked off in the background. It looks like Dr. Pulsar does buy back. Raveners cannot buy back. Dr. Pulsar coming back in, though. They clean up on a Wretched Hag. And now the chase is happening. Keeper of the Forest and Engineer in a bad spot. Engineer going to be pulled in. He will fall. Keeper of the Forest, will he be fine? He is jetting on out of there with the Ghost March. Nature's Veil, maybe. There's a Nature's Veil. Yes, he's going to live. He's going to live. And minimal casualties. They did lose Hag and Engineer, but they got buybacks again used on Dr. Pulsar. And they fall back, the rest of them in the end. The tower does still stay alive, but I don't know. I think tmsR, again, pretty happy with that, I would think.
I don't know. I always say it's never worth dying, even with the buyback situation. I guess it's fairly even. But the thing is, Hag dies, and he's not going to be getting his next item anytime soon.
Yeah.
And sure, Chessie died and bought back, but he got kills, and he's going to keep farming. So I don't know. I don't find that favorable for tmsR. I guess it's not too bad though. They did knock down some icon charges, so that is somewhat significant.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah. Doctors. I mean, he's still at 20. Holy crap! I was expecting to be like 10 or something like that, but
he was at 28 before.
Okay.
Or something like that. Maybe 24, and then he lost 8, and then he gained some more.
Yeah,
so.
you can only lose a max of 8, right? Yeah. Or lost upon down up to a maximum of 8, so.
Warbeast finishes the demonic, which is a good item. It's just a little bit risky. He has to be really careful about the keeper roots.
Yep, goes back to that, invisible pebbles. He was looking, maybe.
Tempest right-click the shrunken head. It's going to be really big for them. They've been kind of like jumping on the, like say the Hag when they're pushing or in the fights, so it forces out the swap. And so now with the shrunken out Tempest.
Oh, here we go. Dr. Pulsar, Sheepstick on a Pebbles right there. Again, it is Pebbles, though. He's going to come out of it pretty quickly. The follow-up, not the best right there. Comet's done on a Ravener. Dr. Pulsar shrunken head, but he has to get out of there. Ludicrous speed away. Off to the side. Here we go. There's the initiation route coming out. Pebbles, what the follow-up? Dr. Pulsar's locked down. Dr. Pulsar will fall. Tempest going to get caught. He doesn't have an ultimate. He's going to go down as well. And too much sugar. Feeling pretty good right now. Pyromancer's going to be able to TP. No, he cannot. He gets caught by Andromeda. 3-for-0 exchange. The final buyback just used by Jesse. But is it going to be worth it? I mean, they got a free Conqueror here, you would think. Are they going to go for it? Or, yeah, they're going to go for it. Okay.
I think they should just push. Like,
Yeah? What
yeah,
are they
Tempest
doing?
just spotted Shark ahead. There is no way Tempest is getting back into this fight. You gotta know that. They're going for the safe play, but the safe play... I mean, obviously they got a lot of kills, and they got a lot of... so it's a lot more gold. Buyback already used on Chessie. So they're already coming out really far ahead from that, but they could get free racks.
Yeah. I'll tell you, that slap skin coming into play big time for Pebbles. Several times now we see that initiation with the sheep stick on him, and he pops out of it so quickly.
Yeah, you can't really initiate with the sheep on Pebbles. Does a Hellflower ignore the slap skin? I think it does, right?
I don't know. I would not.
Oh, you don't know?
Yeah, I'm not sure actually. I think so because of the silence, but I don't know. That's a good question. Could not tell you.
Just look at the hero damage. Look how much damage the Keeper does. Usually a Keeper's at like 4%, but he has a double root really early. He has double Frostfield play. He's doing a lot of damage in these team fights.
I think Ravener actually just misclicked his Shrunken, and so not only is it on cooldown now, but that put him at 5 seconds too, I believe. So that's a slight little misplay there, but
Stay Green's in a lot of trouble right now.
Yeah.
Doctor died, bought back. He lost a lot of icon charges. Now he's down to 140% mana regen. He needs another item for the next fight, and he's just not gonna get it. Warby still is nowhere near for the Geobane. He's going Brutalizer or Basher, Brutalizer, and they're down a lot of gold and experience. The death push by tmsR honestly is probably just gonna do it. Maybe a Forsaken like a big Tempest ultimate.
Yeah, I mean, that would be about time, right? I mean, why not? Again, we've talked about that. He had the one really at the Ancients, but that was it.
Or maybe, I don't actually remember.
I think the one of the Ancients is the only one that I really remember being actually a big one, but outside of that,
it's not an easy game though for him.
Oh, no, I'm not saying it is at all. At all. But they would love him for it, that's for sure, and they need that.
Oh my, this is going to be melee racks for sure.
There should be, yeah. And vulnerability. Bananas on Pebbles, by the way, to stress that as well. The Restoration Stone just purchased by Hag also. So double Sheepstick, double Ultimate. Here we go. Router says, we got to go now. Stay Green jumping onto Pebbles. Again, the Sheepstick. He's going to come right out. The Root coming out. Pebbles is still fine. He uses the Bananas, comes right back to Root. Dr. Pulsar was not hit by it. There's the second. No, it gets pulled in. Keeper the Force going to get the Root off. There's the Root coming out. Tempest trying to get the... No, the Ultimate canceled immediately. He's now in trouble. Doctor's going to get locked down. Doctor falls. He is not coming back. And Too Much Sugar may have just done it. Did they defeat Stay Green? Are they going to the grand finals? I think they just very likely may be. Warbeast is going to fall right here. Down he goes. It's just a matter of time. GG, well played. Too Much Sugar's going to the grand finals. They take out Stay Green 2-0. And that will set up our loser bracket finals now. That, of course, we are going to be covering next. But holy crap, Sender. I mean, we're stressing the point. Too Much Sugar, somewhat of a newer team. They've been around for 4 months or so, I believe. They've yet to defeat Stay Green as far as the best of the 3 series in even a game. And here they go, 2-0.
But yeah, you know, really just a great series by tmsR. They brought the same game they brought to Lions, and they played really well as a team. I really thought they were in trouble that game because of Hackstron's bad start, but you know, maybe some questionable pushes by Stay Green when they really shouldn't have been. But you know, they brought their game, and they beat a good the team right now. They've won the last couple cycles, so
yeah, they got to be feeling pretty damn good, no doubt, after that one. So big congratulations, obviously, to Too Much Sugar. That means they get the rest of the day off as far as playing. They're going to be going to the grand finals, but even more importantly, I mean, as far as the prize pool goes, so not only do they guarantee at least $3,500. Upwards of $7,500 for the first place team. So congratulations to Too Much Sugar, deservingly so, looking really good. They are moving on to the grand finals. But like I was just saying there, Sender, that sets up our losers bracket finals now. How about this? Lion Esports Club going to be going up against Stay Green in the losers bracket finals. I don't know if many people would have called that one maybe the grand final matchup, but maybe not the losers bracket final matchup, but indeed that's what it's going to be. As I'm just updating the brackets here real quickly and to make it reflect that. But as far as when that match is going to be taking place, it is set, obviously, at this point. It'll be probably about a half an hour from now. They're going to take a little bit of a break here, get things set up, and then look to go into that